Hello people, in this lecture we're gonna start creating our tables to list our users, dishes, and this kind of thing. Let's first start with the users table. In the admin, let's create a user controller. Let's create the users controller. It will have the same annotations as the home controller has. The area is admin, the route will be structured like this. It will have the authorized attributes, so just admin that is authenticated can access this controller. Let's add a view. Let's add it empty. Okay. The model will be a list. Let's add our domain to our view imports using net restaurant for entities, and in the view it will be a user entity. Alright, to create our tables, instead of creating it by stretch, let's use a really popular library called DataTables. I will let the CDNs for you in the resources of this lecture. Let's close the other tabs. First, we will have to add a link to the CSS of the data tables. It's the data table from Bootstrap, and this is the link. I've got it in the docs of this library. This is enough to style our data table, and I will add in the final. I will just create a table here, and in the final I will create a section for my scripts. I'll add my script for my data table here, and I will add this another script for my data table Bootstrap 5. I'll add a script here, and this table will be called users table. Let's use some jQuery here. Let's say document when it's ready, a function. Let's get our users table. Let's call the function data table from our package data table. Here I will say this table is responsive, so we don't have to create any responsiveness. It's true. Let's say the page length 30, the length menu, it will be an array of 5, 10, 30, and 100. The order, it will be by the ID. It will be the first column, and it will be descending. Actually, let's say ascending. All right, let's use my table. My table will have a class for styling. Let's say table stripped, just for creating this effect of zebra. Let's say table hover, t-head. Let's create an inline style here for the background color, and it will be our primary color. Let's say var bs primary, and the color will be white. Let's add a row here. What are the properties of my user? ID, name, email, password I will not be able to see, and address if it is an admin. ID, name, email, address if it's admin. And I will add an empty because in this column will be our actions like edit or delete and this kind of thing. Okay, let's go to our T-body. And here in my T-body, let's say for each user of my model, I will say tr td user dot id. Let's copy now. Name, email, address, and if it is an admin. Let's create another here. Let's say an anchor. The class will be btn primary. The asp action will be edit. The asp route will be 0. Route ID will be 0. Let's say edit, and we'll have another one here. btn vendor for deletes, and the route ID, actually the edit will be the user ID because I'm not creating a new one. And here I will have a user ID as well, and this is delete. But now my table is empty because I haven't supplied any data. I haven't supplied any data to my view. Let's go to my users controller. Let's create the private read-only field for my repository, user repository, and let's generate a constructor here. And here in the view, I will just return my user repository, get all my users. And this should be enough for creating our users table. Let's see it working. Actually, I will remove this menu from my normal area, and I will put a button here to redirect to my admin. Let's close it. In my layout, instead of having all this menu here, I'll just say this one. Let's copy it. And let's say index of home, and the asp area will be admin, and I will say admin. Later on the course, we'll add some more links here, and the user, a normal user, will have access to create an order and see its orders. But first I will create our admin area. Admin, let's click. Now I'm in the admin area because I am logged in. If I remove my cookies, or if you try to do that, if in the last lecture you watched a time ago, you will be redirected to the login page. Let's go to the users and let's list. If everything is correct, let's see what's wrong here. The model eating pass in view data dictionary. is an synchronous method. Let's go here. This will return a task. Let's await for that. Transform this action to an asynchronous method. And that's it. Go to the admin area. Go to the users list. Let's see. Oh, there's something wrong. Let's see if the console log says something. Oh, I've found the error here. I was missing a hashtag here. Let's refresh again. User stable incorrect column count. Okay. Let's see. We have an incorrected column count. My bad here. I've built this table wrong. Instead of tr here for row, it's td. My bad. I hope you did it correctly. Let's go again and see. Here is our table. We have ordering, we have searching, let's say admin 2. We have all the features that a table should have. And this is really easy to build. Let's add some more styles here. Let's say this will be a container. Let's put it inside. See if it's better. Yes, it's better. And here we have our users table. In the next lecture, let's create our form to edit and create new users. So when we create a new user, it will be displayed here. See you again in the next lecture.